back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. I am the waifu that will protect her bangs over everything, even her own life, Jubidu.
And I'm the healer in the back of the party who just raises all the death flags, Soberoni.
And welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb, but not your waifu, because let's be honest, the bug thing, it ate her too. So sorry. Couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
How you doing, Oni?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Drew?
Doing okay. My body was kind of giving me a rough time this week. Had to go to work a few times, so I'm feeling much better. And yeah, not looking forward to that paycheck. It's gonna be very sad, but that's okay. I'm going to be making it up this week and the next for sure. Yeah. Without any further ado, let's get started with this week's episode. And we're gonna start off always with our new segment, This Week in Anime. You can go first, Tony. I feel like it's been a while.
All right. Well, they recently just announced that Konosuba Season 4 is in the works. Kanekawa announced on Friday that there will be a sequel anime for Konosuba Season 3. The announcement did not reveal the format of the anime, which is interesting. So that means it could be a movie. Who knows? And this came with the screening of the new Season 3 OVA, which also contained the announcement. So there's no release date. We don't even know if it's going to be an anime series or if it's going to be a movie or what, but we are getting more Konosuba in a very dense format. So cheers. I love Konosuba. We love Konosuba. Season 3 was probably my favorite season. It still remains strong to this day, so I'm happy for it. The OVA, by the way, is coming out to regular audiences on the 25th of April. So even more Konosuba content coming up soon for those of you who can't wait for Season 4.
They should have just done me a solid and came out on 420, but that's okay.
Can't have all the luck, you know?
Yeah, it's not like weed is legal in Japan to begin with.
All right, well, it's your news, Drew.
All right, so this one, shout out to Savior. He pinged us both. According to CBR.com, major anime streamer Amazon Prime Video begins AI dubbing pilot program. So basically, they're trying to start dubbing shows that just don't have dubs, essentially. It stated aims are to, quote, help you enjoy titles that previously did not have dubbing available in select countries and territories, and, quote, would not have been dubbed otherwise, unquote. So, like, this is, I don't know how I feel about this.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have a controversial take. I think it's a good thing. If they're not gonna be dubbed otherwise, it's just
right, because it's like, well, what's
like no one lost a job or anything. It's just, these were never gonna get dubbed. Now we have the means of dubbing these things. I imagine it's gonna be horrible because it's AI voice.
Exactly. Like, if it's so bad that it's like I'm struggling to read what's happening, is it even, like, what's the point? Or if it's wrong,
yeah, that's
which
true.
is just as bad, what's the point? Also, if only there were humans who, like, actually did this for a living. Oh wait,
I think the point is that they don't want to. It's not profitable to like pay actors to voice something that's probably like some 30-year-old anime that has no market.
Yeah, that is true. Also, not because I'm thinking dub. I don't know why when I said dubbing, I'm thinking subtitles, but now I'm realizing dubbing. It's like, oh, so you mean their voices? I'm like,
Yeah, it's gonna be
ooh, that's a little icky. That's a little icky. In my mind, I thought it was subbing, which I was like, okay, that's not so bad. But dubbing makes it more icky.
I think that if it's something that wasn't gonna get dubbed either way, then at least now we have. I don't think it's gonna be a good dub because AI voices I don't think are at the point where they can like realistically,
Girl, half the dubs by humans aren't good.
I
In my
know.
opinion. So
It's gonna be
like,
very robotic and be like, oh, like off
yeah,
pitch.
robotic because it's like robot, like quote unquote robots. Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I will
I don't really love
say
this.
I do think that this is a gateway to eventually, yeah, dubs are just gonna be like AI only. That's some not AI only, but I think AI is gonna dominate a large portion of the dubbing space.
I mean, oh, I mean, then I feel like this. My only problem with this is gets into the well. This is also opening up that territory of like, what voices can we use? What voices can we not use?
What I think is gonna happen is there's probably gonna be like we'll trade like people will sell their voice essentially, like be a voice model. And they'll probably like, have you read scripts and stuff, and then they'll train an AI off of your voice.
Wasn't there like a whole Hollywood strike over this? Like, or
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you don't need a whole industry to support that. Like, it's just literally like if somebody has a good voice and needs money, and some company's like, hey, yeah, you read these couple of scripts and we can train our AI off of you. We'll give you like $5,000, and then there you go. You have a whole ass
but
person.
yeah, but you know that because it's not gonna. If it would just end there, if human greed could just end there, that'd be fine. It's not like it would have to be a type of contract which no company would want, where it's like, yes, you can use it and train it for the purpose of making movies. They will not stop at movies. They will like in most contracts, it'll be like, okay, we just can have your likeness and we can just slap it anywhere.
Okay, like I'm pretty sure that'll be until like laws, pop up that say, hey, you can't just. It'll be like everything else. I'm sure companies will take advantage of it and be very, dubious with the contracts, and then laws will catch up and be like, hey, you can't just be like, yeah, we get to use your voice for fucking anything we want. You have to like specify, blah blah blah. I mean, it was like that with the music industry when recordings. Like, how many stories are there of like industry like contracts where it's like, hey, you a recording artist, you make 5 cents, and the label will make $9 trillion. Thank you.
Yeah, and even now there aren't that many protections that are stopping that from happening.
And there are more now than there used to be.
So I'm like, if music companies have been around for like way longer than we've been alive, like twice as long. This is even more invasive because we don't even like you, the artists, aren't even necessary, which makes it more pervasive in terms of like how they could use your voice. So it's just like, oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it. Also, the way that AI like, and I never understood that the concept of AI being able to like when they were like, oh my god, AI is bad for the environment. It's bad for because at first I was like, that doesn't make any sense. It's just voices talking. What the fuck does that have to do with our resources? And then I looked it up, and I'm like, oh,
like the technology, like the microchips and stuff.
The processing power is like insane. Processing power to use AI is insane. I'm like, oh, that's how it's killing the planet. Oh, so yeah, that's another reason why I'm very hesitant about the whole AI train, because it's like, weren't we doing enough things to push our planet to the?
Listen, at this point, the only way to save humanity is to like just push for like colonizing another planet because I think Earth is pretty fucked.
Well, that's so sad. I'm just lucky I'm not gonna be alive to deal with it. That's all.
Yeah.
Every time when someone says that, I'm just like, I'll be dead.
Yeah, maybe if my
Like
grandchildren will deal with
we try.
it.
Listen, this is me. Using my platform to subtly or not so subtly warn you. Hey, maybe we should like not treat our planet like shit. So
Damn, if only
I
you
know
had this
I'm doing my
platform
part.
40 years ago.
Or 10, or 20, or so on and so forth. Yeah. Um. Yeah, but fun fact: did you know that Amazon is like apparently like the third biggest sorry, not the third, the fourth biggest global anime streaming revenue, like source of anime streaming.
Really
Right,
interesting.
I didn't think it was that because I'm like I've never
I can't even think
thought
of
to watch
anything
anime.
Yeah.
Right, like everything is like. I wonder, do they count the cartoons? Hold on, I have.
No, they count.
Luckily,
They counting Invincible.
right, they count. Luckily, I have whatchamacalls it. I have it pulled up right now, so I can literally go. I can literally go into their anime section and see what they have. Okay, they had some anime called Look Back. I don't know. Evangelion 1.11. Uh, something called The Monkey King Reborn. Oh, they have Gaku in Heaven. Oh my god. Whoa.
That's the blast from the
Whoa.
past.
Right. Like those who know. Oh damn, they have mad Evangelion movies. Okay, they have I feel like they have like a lot of Evangelion content. Holy shit. Okay, so they have Yu-Gi-Oh movies, Street Fighter. They got Watakoi. Oh, they have ghost stories at streaming. Um some old anime that I've no they have a lot of old anime.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh
it
god.
sounds like they have a lot of old stuff.
And it's like a lot old and also a lot of and some like sprinkled in some recent one because would you expect me to say they have fucking Nokotan?
Oh yeah, that's so that
Okay,
somehow is both surprising and not surprising at the same time.
Nokotan, Dororo, then they got Inuyasha, the Elfin Lead, Komardi High School. Oh wow. Okay, maybe I need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
This
can't
is
believe
like
you're
an
trashing them, Drew.
this is like an first of all, don't put it all on me. How dare you? This is like a very interesting. Wait, did I just go through all of them already? I did not. I lied. I thought we were done. Yeah, this is a pretty. This is more extensive than I gave them credit for. They have Sailor Moon. Wait, how many episodes? I was like, this is important. Episodes. Is it just season one? I think it's just maybe season one. It's season one. Boo. Boo. No, they have all the seasons of Sailor Moon. Oh, well, it's been real, y'all. It's been real. Never mind. I'm sorry, Amazon Prime. I was not aware of your game. I was not aware. Okay, so yeah, they're the fourth biggest one. At least from 2023.
That makes sense.
Oh, and Netflix cleared them both.
I was gonna say it's not that many competitors. It's like them, Netflix, Crunchyroll, High Dive.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, just the only ones that beat it are Netflix, Crunchyroll, and Hulu.
Yeah,
But it's crazy. I feel like Netflix doesn't even have like a lot.
they have Attack on Titan and stuff. They have a lot of good ones. They have
Oh,
Fate.
yeah, they do. No, they do have a lot of good ones. I guess I don't think about them as much because I've already seen them all, so it's like I'm not even trying to like look for that shit. I say as I'm watching like Doctor Stone and some other anime on it. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. I'm here for the diversity between the two streaming platforms. But yeah, no. But the dubs is kind of crazy. That um Excuse me. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I would prefer the dubbing over like the AI. I don't trust the AI to do subtitles correctly
I don't
because
trust
it's
them yet, but I feel like eventually we'll get to the point where it's
no, because even humans can't do it.
well, humans are dumb.
No, no humans no doubt. I feel like they. I feel like what humans, it's almost like in a weird way, almost comparing them to AI, where they like don't get the joke.
Mm.
Like AI is not gonna get the joke if that makes any sense, or they're not going to like give a proper localization.
I feel
It's
like
gonna be
you can develop AI to the point where it can be a lot more accurate than the average person translating. Like I don't think you could. I don't think it'll ever be 100% accurate in all instances. But I also don't think any individual person is 100% accurate in all instances.
yeah. I'd like it if they could just be like like the old subs where it was like a 1-to-1 translation. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't really do much to localize and like whatever thing you didn't get, they kind of put like a small or sometimes rather large
Yeah,
subtext
that's notes or whatever.
explains yeah
Yeah, I prefer that.
translation notes. If they could do that, I'd be like, okay, well that's kind of fire. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. All right, now that we're done with our news, it's time for the weekly reviews. And we are going to start off with Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 11.
Is this your episode of the week?
like, I don't is there some weird hypnotization happening with the anime that I'm not aware of? That I'm
Why?
just immune to? Like I'm in my mind, people must be watching the show, getting hypnotized into thinking it's like the best thing since sliced bread.
Oh,
Meanwhile, I'm
you're going through what I went through with Jujutsu Kaisen. You're on your haterade moment.
no, because Jujutsu Kaisen was way better than this.
No, this is
This is
exactly me with Jujutsu Kaisen. How does everybody love this show so much? It's just mindless violence and fighting.
no, because you don't understand. Like, I'm still stuck on that one person who compared it to the Chimera arc, and no, who said this might surpass the Chimera arc, and I'm just like, you, you had to have been under the influence watching this. You could not have been sat down stone cold sober, saw this, and said, yes, this is going to be one of the best arcs in anime history. There's no literal way, bro. Like,
Man,
what? This is
expectations are a hell of a drug.
yeah, because I'm okay. So even when he told, even when not told me, even when I saw the certain individual say that, I came with an open mind, not believing that it's gonna be better. Like I knew, I'm like, no, you're still like respectfully, this person doesn't know what they're talking about.
Mm.
I didn't expect it to be better, but I expected it to be like, what? Like I said, something happened that was going to blow me away. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like this was like a bad episode.
Mm-hmm.
It had, but it just had exactly what I expected from Solo Leveling. Really, like really cool fighting, good animation, people and things getting chopped and blown and up and obliterated.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the only positive, like the thing that I really gave me life, was watching Miss Smelly Girl Cha.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like cut off the queen's head. That was super cunty. Really love that moment for her. And it's sad because I loved it because it just wasn't fucking Sungwoo. Like,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, not Sungwoo, Jinwoo. Um, but then that was it. Like,
So I agree with you in that it's like I got what I expected, but I enjoyed it
Right.
because my expectations
Right.
for the show are just to be really hype and bunch of aura and whoa, what the fuck, that's crazy moments, and that's what this episode was. It was, and I appreciate that Jinwoo wasn't in this episode, and we still got a ton of really cool moments, and it didn't have to revolve around
Mm-hmm.
Jinwoo, which I'm sure the next 2 episodes will.
Yep. Yep. I would like they gave Homegirl like a little bit of budget. Everyone else like no, it was still I think it was serviceable. It was serviceable.
Mm.
They were like, let's make them cool, just not as cool as Jinwoo. Which I'm just like, okay, fine. I guess this will be like the appetizer
Mm.
before that, which this is why I'm like thinking about that comment being like, you didn't even see like we didn't even get to the main event, and you're saying, and why were you saying this might be better than? What about it is better? So I've yet to see that. That's the I'm sorry that like broke my brain. That broke my brain. And no, it is not the same thing with Jujutsu
It
Kaisen
is
because I
literally the
actually
same thing.
no, because I actually enjoy
No, I'm
this.
saying this is your Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's not because I actually enjoy this.
No, but this is what Jujutsu Kaisen was to me. I didn't get the hype behind it. It was just an enjoyable show, but everyone was treating it like it was like the best shonen of all time. And I was just like, it is a fun show, but it ain't the best shonen of all time. And everybody in the world was just like, this is better than Dragon Ball. This is better than Bleach. This is better. I'm like, it's really not. Like, you know what people told me?
It's really
the fucking arc that we just watched in Jujutsu Kaisen, whatever it was better than the Soul Society arc and the Dark Tournament arc. Like, no. Not even close.
well, it is in the sense that like technology upgraded.
Yes, to make it look better.
Yeah,
it looked
like,
better than those arcs because it better look better. It's like right. 30 years ahead.
Exactly. So it's kind of those kind of comparisons are stupid anyways because for obvious reasons. So I wouldn't even entertain that personally, but like I can understand why, like at least with Jujutsu Kaisen, it's like wow, it's not just the main character show. It's look at all these characters. Look at all this like characters that get their time to shine. Look at their words. What? They have personalities. We kind of know what they're not. They're not just like fodder for the main character to just look cooler all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jujutsu Kaisen is like, yeah. So you can, I guess you can argue whether or not you're like this is like greatest thing since sliced bread, but like compared to Solo Leveling is literally just like we fight, like like we fight, cool killing. That's it. That's it. That's literally it. That is literally it. like I'm just perplexed. Like at least you just like as a whole in terms of like plot, character development, fighting. It in my opinion, it's good. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mm-hmm.
As an overall, it is good. Soul Leveling, no girl. It just gives me action. It gives me action. Like those diagrams where it's like a circle and like it's like attack, defense, speed, and then like some stats like jut out to show like how much someone does what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Jujutsu Kaisen is kind of like a cute, like I don't know. I forget what like a 5-pointed figure would be called. I'm not the best with geometry, but it would give that
pentagram.
Yeah, it's penta, like a penta. It's giving like a kind of like a slightly warped pentagon, like totally skewed more towards action, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Solo Leveling, it's just a thin tiny ass triangle, just shooting past the one point that says action. It just goes all the way out, like literally goes outside the graph itself.
I will say I don't I think that solo leveling or that Jujutsu Kaisen is better than solo leveling, but I feel like you're giving Jujutsu Kaisen too much credit. It was also mostly just
It's a work.
action.
Okay, but fine. It's a work Pentagon, but there's still characters that we liked.
Yeah.
There's characters that we liked. The plot was not as nearly as one dimensional.
It'd be nice if some of the characters I like survive more than 5 seconds before they get killed.
Yes, I
see. Bullshit.
See, I feel like you're feeling type of way about it half the time because they killed a lot of the characters that she liked. They built up these characters and then just killed them off.
Yeah.
Which is a representation. Which is a representation of shit with high stakes should be.
No, it's not, because it doesn't make any sense to kill off a bunch of her for no reason.
It's not no reason. We're
not
in a war.
This.
Right. Anyways, my point is, yes, it's still skewed Pentagon. That's skewed more towards the action, but it's still like a Pentagon.
Well, see, I kind of listen. If you're gonna kill characters willy nilly, like for no reason, at least give me characters who are just fodder. Like, I actually prefer this approach from solo leveling. Like, all right, if you're just gonna do shock value, oh, look at this guy, he's dead. Oh, isn't that crazy? Yeah, okay, then give me characters I don't give a shit about and watch it and let me see them die. That's awesome. I'd rather that than like, we build up this character for a season just so that they can die.
That's because that's just how shit works.
At least solo leveling. Solo leveling is like, all right, we're not gonna torture you building characters and wasting time. We're just gonna throw the action, and you're gonna see these characters die. We're not gonna give you their whole backstory and all this fucking drama and relationship building for them.
But the thing is, so many of them are going to live, and we're still not gonna know anything about them. So what is then what's the point? They might as well die. They might as well have died. If we're not even gonna get to know who they are, anyways, we're not gonna know. I still know nothing about Miss Melly Cha. They didn't go into why she, like, what gave her that ability to smell shit, like a weird ass ability. Like, and I don't know, either they cover it in the manhwa and they just won't put it in the anime, or it's gonna be like 0.2 seconds. I don't know. And honestly, at this point, I don't care. Like, if I can be perfectly honest, like, I just need, like, and I'm okay. I'm going to wrap it up by saying we should just not confuse things that we like for things that are good. There are a lot of anime that I like. Perfect example, Kuzuno Honkai. Love Kuzuno Honkai. Is it good objectively? No, it's not. It's a kind of a hot mess. That's kind of its charm and why I like it. You see how I did that, Oni? I objectively looked at it, said, this is trash. But then subjectively, I was like, but I still like it because it's stupid in a very fun way. You see how I did that?
Yeah.
I need everyone else to do that. That's what we should all strive to. Let's just be objective. That way, Oni doesn't have to go on our Twitter account arguing with people for no good reason.
I find no reason to argue with people. Sometimes I'm just bored and I just want to argue with people.
Oh, okay.
It's cathartic.
You need therapy, but anyways. Oh god, I'm glad we didn't really talk about anything about the episode.
There was not really talk about them. They fought a bunch of them. Have you ever seen the Chimera Ant arc in Hunter x Hunter? Just imagine that.
No, because that you'd be imagining that this is good. So far. Good so far.
Damn, the hate is real.
And
let the hate flow through you.
No, because it didn't do a good thing. I'm like,
next week is gonna pop off, right? And it's gonna be like fucking god tier animation and amazing fights and shit.
I know, and then people are gonna be like, "This is truly that's not what's gonna get me." It's what everyone's gonna literally say. This is better than Chimera Ant arc, and I'm gonna be like, "Girl, and that's another thing." I'm sorry, now I have to go back to it because why are you saying that this might be better when we are only 2 episodes in, and the Ant arc was legit like 30 to 40 episodes. Like, if you're going to like say that, at least wait a few episodes in, like, before making such a crazy thing. Like, I don't know, if people are saying that, y'all just did not like the Chimera Ant arc. Like, you guys just didn't, and that's why you must be saying that. That must be the reason. Must be. Okay, now I'm done. Do you have anything to add, Oni?
Nope.
Okay, let's move on to Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 10. Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, we got a horror episode. I actually like this because it ended very open-ended, which I appreciate. I hope they never solve this mystery, by the way. I hope it's just up in the air, like maybe there is a ghost. Who knows?
Exactly. Yeah, of course. Yeah, another episode where they overemphasize, excuse me, how shitty the Emperor is. Like, yeah, so basically in the story, the woman who's gathered everyone to do tell scary stories, I'm just gonna assume she was a ghost.
Yeah, she seemed to be a ghost.
A ghost who was forced to stay there because she was one of the Emperor's concubines, essentially. Did she have a child with the Emperor? I wasn't sure.
I don't remember her story. Her story was like she was just a concubine.
Excuse me. Yeah,
I don't think she had a child.
Left. Yeah. So, or I think they were going to kill the child or something like that.
Yeah.
There's something about a child involved. So yeah, that was crazy. And when I saw Mama looking at the smoke, I was like, oh, they're getting drugged. Because I saw them all getting sleepy. When I saw Mama getting sleepy, I'm like, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
And I saw
even when she first walked in, she like looked at the logs weird, like, oh, that's kind of weird looking.
Right. Yeah. So look at me having a sharp eye in the show. First of all, I'm not gonna lie, if I had the night to myself, my friend dragged me to listen to ghost stories, I'd be kind of annoyed. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, it's the old ancient times. There's not much else to do.
Right, it is kind of ancient China. I don't know. I'd rather. Let me not say that.
I was gonna say it's that or fuck the Emperor, Drew Pick.
I mean, honestly, he's kind of not. He's not ugly. The Emperor ain't ugly. He kind of. Hey, Emperor. But nah, I take it back. Only because, it'd be like trying to, the moment they see someone else trying to sleep with the Emperor, they'd be like, oh, a new foe has appeared and try to poison me and kill my baby and all that shit. Maybe not. I'm not trying to end up like, what's her name, Luoha?
From where?
The one who lost her baby in the first season.
Oh, fuck, I forgot now.
It starts with an L.
Linwell or something.
Okay, now I have to find out because
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Okay. Oh my god. They why they call her Rifa? Rifa. That's not. Is that close? Is that even close to her name?
It's Linwa, I think.
Yeah, Lei Hua or something like that.
Lihua, something like that. Yeah.
I asked that because why did I look at this list and they have her as Rifa? Like Rifa. First of all, that sounds Rifa sounds crazy. It sounds like someone's trying to sneak in like a weed pun for no reason. Fine. Lily, Lee. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think it's Li Hua. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's her name. Anyways, I don't want to end up like her. Well, her in season 1, because that was
Mm.
sad. Much love for her. I don't know. I have a soft spot for her now, especially after the last arc.
Yeah, she shot up.
uh, let's see. Da-da-da. Ghost stories. Blah, blah. Oh yeah, of course, Mamao's story was like grotesque as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like and da 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 da, and yep, no, it was just an old dude. Yep, he was cursed and just giving up, digging up graves, searching through their intestines, taking their organs, harvesting them. I'm just like,
Relax.
right. Even though I actually wanted to hear the rest of it, but me personally, but I get that was not. It was not ladylike to
Yeah,
talk
it was
in such
very
a manner.
uncouth.
Very uncouth. But yeah, I think that's everything that kind of went on this episode. It was like a cute little episode. I wasn't mad at it at all.
Yeah, that was nice. I liked it. So just have these
Oh,
little simplistic, isolated episodes.
yeah, I agree. All right, up next we have 100 Girlfriends That You Really, Really, Really Love, Season 2, Episode 10.
Which is my episode of the week.
Yeah, okay, cool. Now I can make my episode of the week in peace.
What, this or something else?
No, it was gonna be the I don't know. I think this was the strongest. I mm, mm. I might split it.
All right.
I might split it. I think I'm gonna split it. Yeah.
I really like the new girl.
Yeah. Me too. I'm not gonna lie. It like we. I feel like we. Okay. I can't speak for Oni, but I wasn't really anticipating her to be anything too great. I thought she was gonna give me very much oh god, I feel first of all, I forgot her name, and secondly, I feel bad that we keep
Meme. It's Kakure Meme.
Hakure Meme.
Yeah.
Oh. No, not oh, I'm not talking about her. I'm not talking about Kakure.
Oh, who are you
I'm
talking about?
talking Kurumi.
Kurumi.
The girl
Oh,
who eats.
yeah. Yeah, she's definitely developed. She's come a long way from her gimmick just being I'm hungry.
I don't know, but I agree. But yeah, her introduction was still very much the weakest
Mm-hmm.
of all the girls. Well, I don't know. Shizuka also the struggle for me. So yeah, I would say she's like up there with Shizuka in terms of like the weaker
Mm-hmm.
um intros. Um Even then, Kurumi's still probably like my least favorite girlfriend.
Uh, I think I like her more than the maid.
Oh, hmm. You have that. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. The maid. Uh, I don't know. The maid does more. Yeah. Sorry, I can't even say that. Like, I understand why you pick her over the maid, but like the
Mm-hmm.
maid just does more in general.
That's
And
fair.
they're both introduced around the same time. Um. But yeah. Anyways, back to Kakure.
Mm.
Yeah, did not expect her to come in with a bang. Get it? Because she's
Yeah,
a
because she has bangs.
and super obsessed with them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the second time they did a whole like eye thing with the eyes. Except we literally, I don't think we've ever seen her eyes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, we never see it. No.
yeah. We don't see her eyes at all. So that's pretty cool. I like that, and I love her just. Oh, I was definitely thinking to myself. that her and Bartholomew are definitely like they're the actual couple that's meant to be.
Wait, who? Her and who?
Bartholomew from FGO.
Oh yeah. I was like, wait, who? Bartholomew.
Sorry, yeah, Bartholomew from FGO. They're actually the couple that's meant to be. Oh,
No, they'd both
my
be too
bangs.
socially awkward with each other. They would never talk to each other.
No, they get along because once she'd be like, my bangs, and he'd be like, oh my god, your bangs.
Oh yeah. He had to think her bangs.
Exactly. He would give up his life to protect her bangs.
True.
Um. Oh, that the whole scene where she keeps like leaving toys as she runs away. So good. Like I love
Her
that. I love that
fucking
shtick.
clone jutsu, substitution jutsu.
Love it. Love it. It's so like it's so stupid.
Mm-hmm. It's
But then
stupid, but it's fun. It's really fun.
and slightly cute because she always leaves behind like stuffed
A cute
animals.
little stuffed animal, and it ties into her hobby of like knitting. So it's like it's a really
Exactly.
good character building thing.
Mm-hmm.
Helps establish her as her own character.
Mm-hmm. I love the scene. Like the scene was so dumb when they were in the room, and he's just like she's always behind him, and then he starts doing the thing with his neck. I was like, what in the Dragon Ball Z is going
He's
on?
just like spinning his neck.
It's so dumb.
I was half expecting her to never show up. Like she's just a girlfriend that the other girlfriends never see, and she's just like permanently invisible to them.
That would also be
That would have
really
been
hilarious.
hilarious.
But that would go against the whole like we're supposed to be a happy family
Yeah. But
thing.
they actually did bond with her a little bit through hide and seek, which was simultaneously very wholesome and very insanely out of pocket.
Yeah, it was like yeah, whole is either the duo was wholesome or
Wholesome or horny, just like back and
yeah, wholesome
forth.
or horny or whatever Meido and Iku
Masochist.
were doing. Right.
Masochism.
Yes, and we must suffer in pain. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
um. Yeah, the Hikari and Kane one was well. It's what I expected.
It's not
Well,
what
let's
I
saw them
expected. I
together.
expected them to like kiss, not well, we're 69ing now.
Yeah. Oh, fair. That was crazy. I also did not expect Kurumi to just be eating Hahari's titty like that.
There's a weird, like, how they're all pairing off with like various, like Kane Hikari, Nano,
Mm-hmm.
Shizuka. Like all the girls are
Mm-hmm.
definitely getting pairings now,
Mm-hmm.
and Kurumi and Hahari is a pairing. I feel like that's the ship that we're setting sail on now. Because
I had to see one
every
more.
girl has a pair.
I had to see one more thing to confirm that. Even though, I don't know, like I feel like Kusuri, I feel like Loki gets around. Like she was doing stuff with
Yeah,
Kurumi.
she does stuff with her, but now I feel like she might lean more towards
Me?
maybe.
That,
Although Mimi and Nano do also have a thing, so I don't know.
right. Like I don't think it's just like one thing. I think like certain girls are trying to like they have their own like I don't want to say I almost don't want to say cliques within the family.
Well, they definitely have pairings. Like Shizuka and
Yeah,
Nano are definitely a thing. They
yeah,
always
but
are together and have like a unique relationship with each other.
yeah, yeah, like theirs is definitely like more defined and very like
Mm-hmm.
there. Obviously the same with Hakari and
Yeah,
Karane.
Cardi and Kane are literally about to get hitched somewhere. So
Right, they put it on very thick.
Mhm.
Like, but I don't know. I think they can do like other pairings. Maybe not other pairings as strong, but like I don't know. I could see Mimi and Shizuka.
Yeah, I can see that.
Um, yeah. I am curious to see what the third super strong pairing is gonna be if they have one. I would be shocked if it was Kurumi and Hahari. I don't see that.
You think we're gonna get another girl this season, or was this the last one? Because there's only like what 2 episodes left.
I think this may be one more. I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't know. There isn't one. I'm only saying this because I low key spoiled myself by looking at the character sheet.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't even look.
Yeah, no, we're good. And we're girlfriends. To my knowledge. Ooh. Well, that would be a gag if they.
They might. I don't think Hahari was anywhere in season 1. Like she was never foreshadowed or like shown on any of the materials.
Really?
Not to my knowledge. Like I remember when we saw her, we were like, "What the fuck? That's crazy."
No, she had to be on the list of characters. That wouldn't make any sense.
No, like on the poster, I don't think she was on the poster or anything.
Oh, on the poster, yeah, no. No, she was not. She was not. Unless, oh, never mind. I was looking at the actual poster, and I was like, oh, there seems to be like less girls than I thought they had. And then I looked up in his hair, and I was like, oh, never mind. There's the rest. Let's see. What else did I? Oh, that one line with Hahari, I'm glad. All I'm gonna say is that I'm glad that Hahari, we're not doing this whole thing that we're pretending that she's not incredibly inappropriate and gross. Like when she said when they were introducing Homegirl, Kakure, and she was like, "Oh yeah, her thing is that she kind of just always like teleports and leaves." She was like, "Oh, how am I supposed to see her panties?" Like, what? And then immediately her daughter was like, "Yeah, you can go to jail."
Yeah,
actually,
like, you think about it in prison.
Yeah, think about. Please reflect on that in prison, because that's crazy.
She gets more insane each episode.
I'm still gagged at that one time where the scene where Homegirl's in the hospital bed and
she's
Hadi is just underneath. No one says anything about it. It's just a normal part of the scene. Like,
yeah.
What? That was so crazy. Oh, also for the game of hide and seek, I definitely called that she was in the hair.
I called it before it happened, but it still took me a while for me to get it. Like the second time the vice principal showed up, I was like, "Oh, she's probably hiding." At first, I was like, "She's hiding in the box," and then when I saw the things in the box, I was like, "Oh, she's hiding in the hair."
Yeah, which is fun. That was
fun. Oh, I love the when the vice principal was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go steal the boys' underwear or something," and then Hari's like, "I should fire her." He's like, "Yeah, and yourself."
Yeah, I'm like, you're not much better.
Yeah, you're on the same level right now.
Yeah. I will say the kiss scene at the end was like super cute. I was like, of all the kiss scenes, I think it might be. I would go so far to say it might be my favorite one.
I think so too, if only because it took what's his name to make a move. Rentaro, he made the move instead of the girl usually making the move, which I thought was really nice.
Yeah, and then after that, like after the kiss, Homegirl turns around. She's like, "Why are you talking to yourself?" And she vanished so quickly and silently. He didn't even. Yeah, that was that was a really good kiss scene. I really enjoyed that. This is a good show. I enjoyed.
Yes,
I enjoyed this episode a lot.
2 episodes left. Oh, I'm gonna miss it when it's gone.
Wow. All right, up next we have Akuyaku Reijou Tensei Oji-san. Episode 10. I'm just realizing, according to the score, like 100 Girlfriends shot up like a lot.
It was always third in our lineup.
Yeah, I feel like it took a while to get to like the second row on any chart, longer than it should have.
By the way,
Honestly.
medalist. Shout out to medalist. It's like
Mm-hmm.
in the top two rows. I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
apparently it's as good as you say it is. I which
Mhm.
I don't when Oni insists that it's good, like Oni is someone that I trust in the sense that like he can separate what's good versus I just like this because lowlies.
Yeah, let's go back to our conversation about quality versus like subjective opinion.
Yes, that is a great because clearly everyone agrees, and most people who watch anime are not like lolicon.
Yes.
So
This
dot
will
dot dot.
the show will not skyrocket on fan service alone, which it doesn't have any of, by the way. But
Thank you because that would have stopped me from
mm.
watching. All right. Let's see. But yes. Anyways, back to Akuyaku Reijou Tensei Oji-san,
Mm.
episode 10. So Grace meets Anna's village, town, goes to Anna's town to meet everybody. Comes early and ends up meeting with her mom, who she clocked for being nobility. And Anne's mom was like, "Oh my god, I'm not from nobility. I've always been a commoner my whole life."
Mm.
Totally.
Very unconvincingly.
Yeah. Um while this episode was very like middle of the road as per usual for this anime, I did like the callback to the sound manipulation from the wind magic. That was a
Mm.
nice callback, which I think is like a cool like facet of like wind magic in this show. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like I think it's the applications that it has are
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, just a cute little interactions between everyone. And of course, Grace is trying to keep a low profile, and of course, and is it Anne or Anna?
Anna, I
Yes.
think.
Okay, Anna. Um, of course, Anna is like, "Oh my god, this is a Grace. She helped us, even though she's a noble, and she's going to be queen one day." Ah! Like, damn, way to blow up her spot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so that was fine. I don't understand why is student council doing anything at a festival. That normally never happens. Am I crazy? Or does that like never happen in anime?
What, the student council doing nothing in the festival?
Like they usually do nothing. Like because they're so busy putting the festival together.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, no,
I'm
you're right.
confused.
Usually
I'm
it's like
confused.
they'll put the thing together, but they'll also have like a class. Like the student council president also belongs to a class
A
that's doing.
class, and
Yeah,
they'll exactly, and they'll do something with the class, not do their own thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. But they're like, we need something for the plot, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're gonna be doing a performance, which I guess is how the anime's gonna end.
I guess. You know what? When I was watching this episode, you know what I was thinking about? Remember
Mm-hmm.
that one anime we watched? I'm pretty sure we covered it on the podcast actually. That
Mm-hmm.
it was like the kind of a similar setup to this, where it was like the two people playing a visual novel, but they could influence the novel characters, and
Mm-hmm.
then they could like speak to the characters and make them do
Yeah,
different stuff.
Kobayashi and Endo live.
Yes, that one. I feel like that's what this was trying to do,
Yes.
but it's not doing that. Like I don't
Mm-mm.
know what this show is trying to be yet. And we're on episode 10.
Trying to do all of this story just for it to be a slice of life is kind
Yeah.
of like,
Like what why are you doing all
ugh.
this, like what purpose do the daughter and wife serve right now? Other than just I guess to comment to themselves?
Yeah. Like it's like they do cool things and it's just like, haha, we're talking about like, haha, we're otakus. Get it? But like
Mm. Like, there's a lot of
That's
interesting
it.
ideas, but they don't really do anything with
Oh
them.
yeah, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, we're back to being a slice of life student council, school festival thing. I'm like, all right. I mean, every time you do something interesting like that wind magic thing, and then just all it was just a setup to saying Grace is great, back to student council shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm just like,
You don't tease me with like these interesting plot elements and then do nothing with them.
at this point, I'm just like, you know what? This anime doesn't completely suck. And this is
Mm,
like the perfect hill for us to ride while we're watching anime,
mm,
so that when we get to the peak, like yeah, we get to the
yeah.
peaks, which is not this anime, and then this is very much the valley, but because it's not awful, the valley isn't like a
It's not.
deep
This is a
dip.
good measuring stick. It's like
Hmm.
this is my. I think this shows me my ruler for mid. When we watch these types of shows, I'm like, how close was it to Villainess
Right.
on the scale of mid to great, or trash? Like, this isn't trash, but it's not great. It's just kind of mid,
Yeah,
which
kind of
isn't
mid.
bad, but especially in a slow season
Right,
like this.
right. And they didn't have such. Let me make something very clear. They didn't have such an interesting premise
Hmm.
with the video game and the old man being in her body. This would be garbage. Like
Yeah,
this would be garbage.
it's
So
really being sold on the premise, but it's
yes,
like, yeah.
premise that we just kind of need to like go somewhere.
Hmm.
But yeah, I guess we'll see later on. Maybe it will. The only two more episodes left, but better than nothing, I guess. Question
Hmm.
mark. All right. Oh, wait. Before we move on, blah blah. Oh yeah, I feel like we and I get and once again it's like one of those things that like helps us keep its mid status. Like fun stuff like the wife and daughter are being like low key fujoshi
Hmm.
in the second half. They're like, yes, we have to play this through because we have to see them cross dress. Like
Hmm.
I'm just like, oh okay, yeah, cute thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally all I have to say about it though.
Same.
All right, let's move on to Ishura season 2 episode 10.
My girl, finally, and
Finally.
she didn't die.
And she didn't die. She's apparently actually really strong as shit.
Yeah, she might be
Like
in top tier.
she, we.
Her
It's so
power is very
crazy.
vague, so I don't know.
Exactly, and it's so crazy. Even a even it taking like a full on charge to the worm and like giant lasers from said worm is still not like a good enough
Hmm.
indicator of her combat abilities.
Yeah, like that's the level of brokenness we're dealing with for all the other combatants.
Right. Like yeah, there's a lot of people who could either survive that or just simply dodge it and kill the worm before the worm even does anything.
Hmm. Yeah, like we had this dude. We literally have Hawkeye and a giant laser shooting worm, and they're side characters in this episode. They're like the
Exactly.
fodder enemies in this episode.
Yes. Which we found out weren't even bad guys. They were actually good guys. They
Hmm.
weren't killing any of them.
That was a really good misdirect. I love that.
It was because I noticed
Twist.
how I'm just like, I was like, why? Because I was like, why are you not hitting them in the head or
Hmm.
heart? Like, I peeped that and I was like, are you just really, like, I'm like, are you just a really bad archer? Like, you shouldn't be going to the final lands if you're that bad at shooting people.
Hmm. Well, no, he was trying
Um,
to save them to begin with, so that was nice.
yeah, that was cool. Um, Also, we're seeing more and more of of the effect of the Demon King's aura, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, literally affecting people. Uh, like I know they hinted at it in the first season, which is why the girl went blind. Like, so the madness is super, like, yeah, it is just straight up supernatural.
Yeah,
Because at first I didn't get it because I'm like, what does that mean? It doesn't make sense. And now this season they're showing more of like the effect of his madness, which is like,
driving people
yikes,
insane. Yeah.
yikes. This is not a cute scene. It was not a cute scene when that one dude rolled, and literally the first image was like the most shocking one in my opinion, where it's literally this woman beating a dead girl
Mm-hmm.
with
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 an arm.
arm, not her arm, a detached
Yeah,
arm,
just an
a
arm she
limb.
found on the floor.
Just beating her, and or a guy's about to like attack the girl, and the girl just stabs him
Stabs him in the face.
stabs him in the face, and then she gets hit in the back of the head with another dude with like a club.
And this bard is
Yeah,
here like, well, let me just sing for you guys.
yeah. And then the chimera who's apparently not a chimera at all, was like, "Don't, no." And then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna turn around." Clearly, clearly wasn't a good day to challenge to see the Demon Lord King thing,
Mhm.
which apparently didn't matter because he died 2 years later from said king.
Yeah, I was upsetting because I was like, oh, I like this guy. And as soon as I said I like this guy, it was like, there was once a
Dead.
traveler named, blah, 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 and he died 2 years right after this. I'm like, oh, thanks. Great. Awesome.
Yeah, you didn't know the writers for Jujutsu Kaisen also
Yeah,
wrote
he also
Ishura.
wrote this. Imagine.
um, but yeah, this this was this was this was an okay episode. Not the strongest introduction of a character.
No,
Like,
I will say she doesn't really have that much, like, to her. Like,
no,
everyone else has, like,
she's
these really deep backstories that are really compelling and intricate. She's just kind of like, I want to find my friend, and also I don't know who I am, but I have a lot of power. And
yeah. So, which you know what that means? That means she's gonna be kept alive for a long
good.
time, so you can figure out who or what the fuck she is. She's very much like Shulk, the dude who's probably the hero.
Yeah, I can see her showing up again and just beating somebody up and walking away. Like some really OP person just shows up just to lose to her.
Yeah, yeah. She can maybe take on, like, she can fight the ogre.
Oh yeah, yeah. She can take. It depends on what, like, she's called the magic, so I don't know what that
Right,
means.
right. Like, okay, yeah. If her powers come from her arts, and like if
hmm
he nullifies it like upon contact, then it's like, oh, well, never mind. Might be a little bit harder for you, sweetie.
We'll see. We'll see what she's capable of in season 3.
In season 3, which I hope they do actually do make.
Yeah, I actually really like this series. I would love a season 3.
Yeah, this is kind of underrated.
Very much so.
Ishura. Yeah. All right. Speaking of underrated, we have Momentary Lily,
Yeah.
episode 11, which is gonna be my other half of the episode
Yeah, it makes
of the
sense.
week.
There was another twist in this episode. They keep piling on the twists.
Oh my gosh, which kind of explains a lot though.
hmm
Like, not our girls being the clones.
I know. And you know, I'm going to take credit for this because I kind of called this a little bit way back when I said I was going to be like an I Am Legend situation where everyone is like the
Mm-hmm.
abnormal and she's the regular person. So I'll take credit
Mm-hmm.
for that. But yes, everyone's a
I don't
clone
think you
except
said.
her.
I
I
don't
said that
recall
they
you
would all
saying
be.
that. I
I said they would all be like, or like the Wild Hunts would all be regular
the
people, and they
the
would be
good
the
right
bad.
the good guys and they'd be the bad guys. That's what I
Mm,
heard. That's what I remember you saying.
yes.
Um, but yeah, that was crazy. Also, wild hunts or the things that summon them to this world, they're kind of our creators.
Mm-hmm. This was
Oh.
a whole ass ancient aliens episode. Like, yeah, they're like a super race that just monitors you and checks your civilization and shit.
And then when it's good, it just wipes you out.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy. Um, yeah. Oh my god, I remember the part where like my blood ran kind of cold, and they're like, "Oh yeah, to clone weapons." Like they're like, "Oh, there's you guys are supposed to be weapons, like
Mm-hmm.
kill everybody." Like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I had a feeling they could have been clones, honestly, just based off of their like physical capabilities. Like they don't move like like especially homegirl, Erica. I'm like
Mm-hmm.
normal girls don't move like this.
Yeah, I like that there's little hints there, like
Mm-hmm.
superhuman. Even the funny, random shit, like her being able to plank for 20
For
minutes or
right,
whatever, half an hour.
and
Like,
not even tired.
mm-hmm.
Like her being like, "Oh, I'm so tired," and she's like, she didn't break a sweat
Yeah,
because she literally didn't because she's superhuman.
exactly. This was a really well set up twist.
Like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, yeah. This is really good. Like this actually like gagged me.
It opens the door for like a lot because now we have like this whole ass alien civilization
Or
scenario,
maybe
and
we don't, because apparently they may be dead.
yeah, maybe that's what I mean. Like, it opens the door for so many possibilities because there's only like what 2 episodes left, and it's just like we're not wrapping this up in like an episode or two.
Yeah. Oh my god. No. This could get such. This could be such an amazing season 2.
Hmm.
But I feel like they're not gonna do it because it's maybe not popular enough.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Listen, it can go one or two ways. This could be a show that just like never gets that popular, but has like a million seasons, which I'm kind of hoping happens, like Ishura. But it could also just be like, yeah, a one-off that they never get a second season of, which I would be really sad and depressing.
Right.
Because this has some of the best writing I've seen in a while. Even the dialogue, like, because this whole episode was just exposition dumpy, but it
Mm-hmm.
didn't. I wasn't bored or anything during it.
Yeah. Same.
Like, their interactions with each other were really nice. Like, there was moments where you can literally see the characters like breaking down. Like, Erica had that one moment where she was like getting sick or whatever,
Sick from the thought that she looks like kill her
kill her
mother.
mother. Yeah, and
That
then they
isn't
had
really
little,
her mother.
and then they had like little funny moments, like when the having Lily, the AI Lily, explain everything in such hyper fluffy, cute ways, like with the cat
Mm-hmm.
people and shit.
Yeah. And then they're like, "Why cat people?" And she's like, "Right, let me do it better." And then she does like a creepy drawing, and
Realistic drawing.
they're like, "No, no, 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 back to the cats. Thank
Mhm.
you." Yeah. Also, the whole or the whole pause contingency.
Mhm.
They're like, "Oh yeah, an ethical stop to everything that's happening." I was like, "Ethical is crazy."
Mhm.
You grew a whole society and now you're like, we're doing this to be ethical when you're about to eradicate said society.
Mhm.
And sorry, not society, civilization. You're about to wipe out civilization. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. But yeah, Renge being the only human, and then of course she's dying. I'm like,
Oh yeah, they did the whole death flag thing. Like, we use your thing one
yeah,
more time, you're gonna die.
yeah. So
Mhm.
rest in peace, Renge. Don't break out
Yeah,
her clone.
yeah. We know what's
At
gonna
least,
happen
right? At least Lily's back
for now.
for now. For now. Oh, and they said that the girls that were awoken up from the pods, those are the real ones.
Did they? I don't remember that.
Like they said it at the end, but I didn't mention. But I don't remember them mentioning it during the episode, but they just mentioned briefly at the end, and that always confused me.
Mm.
But that would make sense because none of the other quote unquote clones woke up. Just
Yeah, just
just
those. Yeah.
them. So it makes sense that they're the original, and they're like, oh well, the plan is canceled. You guys are free, free to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's oof. Everything got flipped around. Who we thought were the clones were the real ones all along.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, like that's such a crazy plot twist.
I know. I'm really looking forward to seeing where this ends up. It can. I hope it does. Even if we don't get a second season, I would rather it end on a cliffhanger than it try to like wrap everything up into episodes because I don't think it can.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, we have ReZero season 3, episode 14. The the Mori episode of ReZero.
Mm-hmm.
A lot about we learn basically everything about Teresa. Teresa. I forgot how he pronounced her name.
Mm-hmm.
Teresia.
Teresia. Yeah.
Teresia. When I tell you this is the most emotion we've ever gotten from this man,
Bit overly
and
dramatic, like I was saying during the episode, but yes,
I
he did
mean
show.
it's his dead wife. It's his dead wife. Like I just would if he's not overly dramatic for the love of his life that he regrets not saying I love you to,
I'm
who
about
can
to
he
be.
be dramatic for?
I'm about to be like the fucking people who hate on solo leveling.
Yeah,
He cried like a bitch. He lost his aura.
lost his aura. Well, at least you know you're being stupid with that.
I wouldn't go this far. I will say though, him just getting stabbed and being on the floor and being like, "No, look at me! No, don't fight my son! No," was a bit. It was funny. It was kind of funny because literally everyone else in the show gets hit way worse than that, and they just brush it off and get back up.
But he's like a man in his 60s who just got stabbed through
He's
his
jumping
bone.
over. He jumps over buildings, and he's fine.
He got stabbed in his.
He's superhuman.
He's not though. he's yes, he's a super powerful human in this series, but he's still relatively.
He fought
human.
a whale. He fought a sky whale. He can get up after
not by himself. He didn't 1v1 the whale. Neither did his wife. So it only makes sense that even she can best him. And you can't move because that's do. I don't know why you're not getting that.
No, it's just funny because I guarantee we're gonna come back to this show next week and we're gonna see somebody get like their head chopped off and then get back up. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a witch.
A witch,
yeah. Lust literally does that. So,
or even if it's like Reinhardt or gets thrown to the moon and just jumps back, and then
Reinhardt
Subaru gets fucking his arm burned off and shit, and he'll get back up.
Okay, if that happens, then like fine, you got it. I'm just saying, you know how many times Subaru's gotten less injured than Wilhelm and was just like on the floor. He was like, "Oh, can't get up. I'm dead."
No, it's just a combination of that combined with him being so dramatic was funny.
No, I understand. I get that perspective.
Mm.
But yeah, it was cool seeing her Teresia's background story. Like she wasn't always like the bad bitch that we imagined her to be.
Mm.
Like she actually was like she super did not want to be a sword saint. She was actually like this sweet little girl who didn't want to fight anything or anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But
I felt bad for her brother because she like took his position.
I feel bad for the brother because he's dead.
Well, yeah. Well, then later on he died, but first he was humiliated.
Yeah, or not humiliated, just so insane. But yeah, she realized like, oh yeah, like if I don't fight, my people like my brothers will die. All of my brothers and my uncle. Like, damn, now they all die. Mm-mm-mm. Also, a huge complaint I have for stuff, and it's not just for this, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Very brief tangent. I really am not a huge fan of the way, like, can we just age women appropriately in anime?
Why? Because she looked so young when she was older.
They said they said this bitch is pushing 50. Girl, I would have given you 30s. I would allow you to get away with the 30s max. Pushing 50 and looking like you're in your 20s is insane.
They got the Asian genes, Drew. Sorry.
I'm not gonna comment on that because if I feel like some Asian people might be mad at me. But yeah, no, girl, like no. Asian people also age. They also show signs of aging. And she's not, and that's so weird. Like for example, in 100 Girlfriends, at least Hahari, it makes sense. She got pregnant in high school. So she's like 30, and I'm like,
I
okay, yeah, you can
I
look
will
that way
say
when you're
I feel like this
30.
is more the art style than anything else. It's hard to make them look old with that ReZero art style. It's very
Give the bitch
moe.
some wrinkles and
It's
call it a day.
very
Give her some
moe.
lines in her face and call it a day. You can. They just chose not to because she's supposed to be waifu, which is so weird. I don't. Ugh. I just wish they would just do this more. Like you can, older women can, like, they have a whole genre for older women to look, older. Like, just
Again,
lean into that.
I think that it's the moe waifu art style that prevents it. Like,
But girl,
think of Clannad. Look how old Nagisa's mother was, and she looked like 20 at the latest.
because they didn't give her
Because it doesn't
any.
work with the art style. It just, you either look young or
Okay,
you
I
look like a
was.
grandma. There's no in between. There's no middle age.
They could have made her not look like a loli. They could have like literally made her taller for one. I don't know. There's some anime characters who look tiny as hell, but it's like this is a mother. This is a mother. It doesn't have to, like, for example, Bulma. Bulma is someone like, she's not young. She does not look young.
It
Chi
depends. There's
Chi
so many different versions of
Chi Chi
Bulma.
does not look young, but they look good. They look good though. They may not look young,
Mm-hmm.
but they look good. So it's possible. I feel like they could have done it. They could have, I don't know, put some a little, maybe a little bit like that, that Ojo makeup on her. they they could have given her like maybe like, yeah, like changes that like an older woman would do.
I think you might just be hating because she aged gracefully.
Because she didn't age at all. Because yeah, like I said, I guess that'd be too hard for mangaka to do, to actually age women appropriately. But funny enough, they can do, they can, yeah, they can give you a 25-year-old man, a 35-year-old man, or 45-year-old. Like, they did Wilhelm just fine. That's what I'm gonna say. I knew what age he was at every flashback. This bitch was like, I'm 10, I'm 20, still 20, still 20, still 20, I'm dead. Like, so I think that was that. I don't know. That's just, it's not specifically ReZero is guilty of doing this. I'm just saying a lot of anime do this, and it's just like, that's like, I feel like partially you're doing that. No shade. I think they're partially doing that. One, because it's like convenient for them to be like, hey, look at, it's another pretty woman. And two, they just they're not capable of doing that. They don't have the quite the vision or talent to make a woman look beautiful and older.
I think it's an aesthetic thing.
Yeah, the aesthetic of I can't draw I can't draw a woman that looks younger than 20 unless she looks like she's 60. That is the aesthetic.
I mean, they're trying to
That
make
most
her.
manga kind
They're
has.
clearly trying to do the whole make her as hot as possible, waifu, and fit that aesthetic.
Hmm. I feel like there's ways you can have your cake and eat it too. Like just give her. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it almost robbed her dignity as like an older woman who's been through some shit. Like I don't buy it because she looks like she's 25.
Damn,
Seven.
you're trying to say people who look young can't go through shit? Damn, bro.
No, like she doesn't look like a woman who's lived like our whole life. She didn't. She looked like she was in her 20s. At that point, you haven't lived your whole life unless your life is about to end. But yeah, so just stuff like that. It's just like it kind of like detracts from like the whole emphasis of who she is, and like you know how like you just see like an older king and like he just has like an air of like dignity that also has to deal with, and his age factors into that. Like that's why I miss from characters like her, who are supposed to be like this matronly power figure. Like you don't look matronly or powerful, so I don't believe you are either.
I think
You
you're
know.
expecting too much out of a show that just wants to make a cute waifu.
No, I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying ReZero. You are guilty of this. I'm saying this is something I would like, just in
More
general. I
shows
think
to
that'd be
do.
like a good. I think that'd be like really cool. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch more lesbian shit.
It depends. I feel like certain anime do a good job of it. I think like
I agree. There's some exceptions.
yeah, like whatchamacallit. Fuck, how am I forgetting the name of my favorite anime? Mushoku Tensei does a good job of kind of showing older women or like middle aged or women and still making them look super hot while
I
being
agree.
middle aged. Yeah.
I agree. Like the elf, like we know that she's older.
Mm-hmm.
Like she has that air of like I'm older.
Yeah. Just Lane, what's the other older woman? There's a few older women in Mushoku that actually look older.
Exactly. So it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
You, I just think the manga doesn't have the the vision for it. Yeah, I'm like, let me not say talent. I'm like, that's
He
ooh.
doesn't
I
have
feel
the
like,
vision.
yeah,
Also, I'm
but I guess that's fine.
pretty sure the artist or author for ReZero is a lowly kind anyway, so it makes sense.
Oh well, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see what else. Uh, oh yeah, fuck Heinkel.
Oh yeah, hope he
if,
dies.
and if he doesn't die, I just maybe just never hope I never see him again. I'd
Yeah,
settle for that
I'll
too.
take that too. Like
Yeah,
just have him fuck off to another city that never shows up again.
yeah, agreed. But yeah, unless you have anything to add, Oni, I think that is it for our. Excuse me. That's it for our weekly reviews, and that is the end of this show. We have reached the end of the podcast. So, Oni, please take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this week's episode of Waifu Wars Podcast, make sure to like button and subscribe so you catch it every week as it goes up. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party over on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. And for those of you who are patrons, it is coming up on the spring anime season, so start taking a look at the catalog and deciding what you want us to watch as our patron choice. We will be having a spring season preview guide coming up soon-ish, maybe within the next 2 weeks or so. So keep an eye out for that. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Um, to all my, I assumedly white people who celebrate, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, drink away, everyone, on the Monday. And on that note, this has been Soberoni and
Scooby Doo.
We'll catch you later. Later.
Bye.